Let's hope it's
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Cheddar Terry here, back with some more gameplay of Arkham Knight, and we're gonna do the same thing. Now, with this one, there's not that much to talk about with due to clip scenes and how certain parts should be rewritten, but however, this one's gonna be how certain parts should be taken out or replaced with whatever it is that we can think of, and a lot of this is not polished at all. It's still rough draft for me on how I feel like this should be written. For a little bit of this is chopped because glitched. And I would like to begin off one. I wish the controls were a bit better when it comes to the Batmobile. When it comes to driving, well, driving, it seems like it can ram through. But it's the stuff when you're trying to back out is what I have a problem with, because you have to go into battle mode for that. And that seems to be of a problem with me. I do not like that it does that. And you shouldn't have to go into battle mode at all just to whatever. The ejector part does need to be polished. Because I get you want to look cool gliding out of it, etc., etc. Like I said, I feel it just so the controls for that, for me personally, do need to be polished. I do like that you can do the Batmobile, but I wish we would still have the Batplane in this. The clock tower. From here, I feel like it's the obvious choice where Batman would go at this moment, especially later on in the game, because we have to go back here a lot. You would think there would have been another backup place because it's Bruce Wayne, it's Batman, and it's too much of an obvious choice for him to keep going back to the clock tower because him himself is leaving trails, and I wish that is something that could have been added to the game as they were writing it and polished to minimum of the story of certain parts in this game.
Identity confirmed.
This game does feel like it jumps around a lot. I really feel like the story, is not there. We will get to that later on in this game as we do. And you would imagine that Scarecrow uses the same tactics for his formula for whatever reason, and a lot of it feels like a lot of repeat. A lot of it really does feel like a lot of repeat is there.
Looking at this the wrong way.
And you would think that he would already have all
Why didn't I see this?
of this down, but they keep making it seem like it's a new
for this energy
thing.
Signature. It will show where Scarecrow is
for
creating his fear toxin.
That is something that I wish, honestly, they would take out. In this part, they would take out. They're making it seem like they're just discovering this and like, oh, there's another formula involved in another toxin. Those that know what I'm talking about, and not everyone's. We're talking about even with the Joker shit. How does that tie in with this? They never gave a good explanation at all. And they're both two different things. So what does one have to do with the other, with people going crazy or with fear? I don't know. I felt like that was thrown in there.
Jim, we've got a way to find out where Crane's
because they couldn't
from.
think of anything else. Right here, when it comes to that thing,
Soon as
you can see the things in the background. I think Commissioner Gordon, to an extent, would say, "Are you at the clock tower? Is my daughter still there? Did she leave or not?" It would be too obvious. I think Batman really needs to pay attention to hiding that better, because let's say that he's out doing that, check it in, Commissioner Gordon calls or Barbara calls, and or Alfred calls. We'll leave them at those three, and somebody can see that, because you can see through the backside who it is. with the little projector thing. And you would put together quick. Oh, this. So they know Batman. Okay. Wait, did he say Alfred? Ain't that the name of Bruce Wayne's butler? Hey, Bruce Wayne is Batman. You would have think people would have figured that shit out a long time ago with him doing that. I feel like that could have been polished to where you need to be, where, you know, you would hide. Like, look, I need to get some private time in. I need to call somebody. Whatever. This part right here coming up can be... This isn't polished. The part that's about to come up pretty soon, it's not polished. And I just came up with it. But it's to this point where you have to drive the Batmobile onto that building, to the ledge, charge up the generator. However, as we know later on in the game, his electro gun and the evidence room. How, I don't know. He had the electric gun on him anyways in the end. You would think when it comes to Batman's gadgets, mostly, or any of his gadgets in the evidence room, especially for this game, it's making it seem like we can break the glass, take what we want to use for these missions in this game, because this is supposed to be the big one, the one where you're going to need to use the gadgets, you know, to get out of shit. You would think they would let us break the glass to get the electric gun anyways, the first beginning of the game when we go explore it, but they don't until later on. Because this scene where you have to drive the Batmobile into the building just to charge up the little generator, that can be took out. You don't need that for that. He should already have the electric gun and say, hey, I'm going to do it this way. Because the Batmobile part would seem too much of a headache. Way too obvious of a headache. And it can be overlooked. It can be overwritten. Matter of fact, it can be took out altogether. And just charge up with the electric gun, because there's no need for the Batmobile in this scenario whatsoever to be used. There's no need for it. Just like the tunnel parts, which we will get to later on in the game. I feel a way about that. So in this part, we're going to ride out the Batmobile to where, look, we don't need to use it. We have our electric gun with us. However, I do also feel like they should give us the option to say, hey, I want to take certain gadgets out. Mr. Freeze's gun would be a great weapon to use in this. It really would. As you guys know, we're about to get a charge wrench thing here with an upgrade to get a project boost or something. The Batmobile should already have all that. It should already have that. It shouldn't need all these attachments. It's not a Zoid. It really isn't.
I'll improvise.
Honest to God, it's not necessary right here with this. This is what you see right here. It's being written out. We're not using the Batmobile for this. We're already there. We already charged it up. Boom, it's already done. So we already have our electric gun with us. We already have it. We don't need it. We don't need it. So, but as you guys can see, man, we got to do all this extra shit. I know it may seem I'm coming off hateful of hating on the Batmobile in this game. No, I appreciate it. I do feel like when we're up in the air, like, we should use the Bat Jet. I feel though as if it could have been added in this game. It really could. Do I feel like it's a bigger map? I feel like Arkham Origins was a way bigger map than Arkham Knight map. Arkham Knight map seems about the same size as Arkham City. Everything in it seems about the same size. It doesn't seem bigger. to me, Arkham Origins as of right now, but their map is a bigger map. I wonder if the newer game that will come out a couple years from now, I think in 2020 or 2019, I'm not too sure. I wonder if that's going to be a really big map, and you would have actually explore more expansion to really explore this game, to really explore the game. I don't know. This right here I find kind of bullshit, because the Batmobile should be easily to pull that down and use as an extra crossover, as a bridge, rather than being a hoist up. I hate the hoist up shit with this. I hate it. It can be taken out. It can be taken out altogether with that. It's not necessary. It really isn't necessary. It doesn't serve a purpose to me, and it really doesn't serve any purpose. So it can be taken out. Even if we were not to ride it out, it shouldn't be this kind of a bullshit to where we have to charge it up slow. We shouldn't have to do that. We shouldn't have to please the orange box thing. We shouldn't have to. We should already just shoot up the winch, get it charged up, there you go, rather than doing it this way that takes really just makes no sense.
Oracle, I've restored power to the radio antenna.
Great. I'm connecting now.
No sense whatsoever.
I was just talking to Robin. I think you should too.
You know, from here, I know we have to go stop a couple people, get another tower.
What you're working on is more important.
Activated. I ain't got a problem with that. We can keep that in.
I've got this under control.
We can keep that in.
Okay.
Keep that in.
Listen, try checking in once in a while. We're partners, remember?
Yet again, I really feel like we could switch to Robin during that part. Like, hey, let us help. Have Robin do something to help Batman during that part within the city. He's already in there anyways. Matter of fact, he's in the damn movie studio, if I do believe so. So as you guys know, from here, we're making our way over there.
Terrorized refugees time to flee. You don't know, do you? And it scares you.
So, as of right now, so far, we just have the Batmobile being written out to charge up the generator, because we don't need the Batmobile to do that. So we're writing that out. So
Scarecrow's men are guarding the antenna.
That would really be about it.
The threat and plan my attack.
Towards as for this episode to go. So I'm gonna leave it right here. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the episode, and I will be back with part 3 tomorrow. And I'm out.
5 soldiers, all armed.
I can find my mouse.
If I alert them, they'll kill the hostage.
Huffing too much of that gas. I'd like to see you say that to his face.
If I can separate them, they'll be easier to take down.
Hey, you hear that? Someone's out there. You two, go take a look. The door stays locked. I'm taking no chances. Got it, boss. We're screwing this up, you hear me?
Three more soldiers inside. They think they're safe if they stick together.
Lucius, I've got a hostage situation. 3 gunmen. I need to take them all out before they can react. Is it ready?
Flexible plates over an MR fluid armor layer. You'll move faster, hit harder, and look scarier while doing so.
Send it, Lucius. Now.
Already airborne, Mr. Wayne. Of the bodysuit are made of a titanium dip tri-weave. It's between those layers where things get interesting. Wayne Tech MR fluid hardens in response to impact. With this kind of shock absorption, you'll be able to put more force into your counterattacks. The liquid armor's more flexible than the fibers you're accustomed to as well. You can use that increased maneuverability to take out multiple foes in quick succession. The suit's compatible with the Batmobile's electromagnetic eject mechanism, too. You'll fly out of that thing like a bullet from a railgun. Speaking of which, the new grapnel launcher will pull you skyward just as fast. Don't worry, Mr. Wayne. That suit can take the G's. How's it feel, Mr. Wayne? I've activated the AR training program should you want to run diagnostics, or just break it in.
3 gunmen, 1 hostage. Time to put this suit to the test.
What the hell was that? You just calling backup? What's happening? Shut up! He's trying to flush us out.
If I'm going to take them by surprise, I'll need another way in.
The new suit is faster and more mobile. By getting close without being detected, I can get the jump on them, and in the panic, take down all 3 before they know what's hit them.
Help me! They said you were quick, but I never saw anyone take down 3 armed guys like that. Unbelievable.
You're safe now. I'll send someone to pick you up.
Thank you. You tell me you're gonna find Scarecrow. That son of a bitch needs to be stopped.
Oracle, I've attached the uplink to the microwave tower.
Perfect. I made an anonymous call to GCPD. They're gonna send someone to pick up the hostage. Come on, connect. Love the suit, by the way. Okay, both towers are fully online.
Time to find Scarecrow. need to use both antennas to identify the micro and radio wave frequencies across Gotham. If I can find both frequencies at the same location, I'll know where Scarecrow is manufacturing his toxin. The radio and microwave frequencies point to Ace Chemicals. That's where Scarecrow's producing the toxin.
Jim, I've traced the fear toxin to Ace Chemicals. That's where we'll find Scarecrow.
Impossible. I've had a team there ever since the evacuation started, just like you asked.
Crane must have bought them off. Or worse.
I'm in the area. I'll round up my guys and head over.
Hold off until I get there, Jim. I'm on my way.